Hi everyone, today we're going to be watching Star Trek The Original Series episode called The Savage Curtain in Season 3. Before we get started, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that a few people suggested to me that I watch The Turnabout Intruder next and then All Our Yesterdays to be the last one. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. So don't be alarmed if it seems that I've skipped an episode. I'm just going a little bit out of order. And you guys will be fine, I'm sure. Okay, the Savage Curtain. Let's get to it.
What's all this poppycock about life forms on this planet, Spock? The surface is molten lava. The atmosphere is poisonous. Well, I think Starfleet should forget about those old space legends. There's no intelligent life here.
Legends?
Repeatedly tried on every healing frequency, sir. There's no response on any channel.
Surface conditions make it impossible for us to beam down and investigate further. Prepare to warp us out.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
Being scanned, Captain. A deep probe, incredibly swift.
What the heck is that? Abe Lincoln in space? I've seen it all.
Captain Kirk, I believe. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, sir.
Uhura,
No need. Do I gather that you recognize me?
I recognize what you appear to be.
What?
I am Abraham Lincoln.
And I thought a giant green hand was... They weren't gonna top that.
They did scan us and our vessel, Captain, and doubtless obtained sufficient information to present this illusion.
We'd be honored to have you aboard, Mr. President.
Jim, do you really believe he's Abraham Lincoln?
Well, it's obvious he believes it.
Good point.
Full dress uniforms.
And better safe than sorry.
Presidential honors? What is all this nonsense, Mr. Dickerson?
Oh, Scotty's all dressed up.
I'd have expected sanity from the ship's surgeon, at least.
So we'll execute appropriate honors to each, Mr. Scott.
I thought he was gonna execute them.
For a moment, it appeared almost mineral, like living rock.
We can beam it aboard anytime now, sir.
I think Scotty should play the bagpipe. What?
The USS Enterprise is honored to have you aboard, Mr. President.
Strange. Where are the musicians?
That's taped music, sir.
Perhaps Mr. Spock will be good enough to explain that to me later. A most interesting way to come aboard, Captain.
Did we tell him our names?
Human, Jim.
All too human, Dr. McCoy. Happy to make your acquaintance, sir.
Okay, he might have overheard Kirk talking about Spock earlier, but
In command.
they definitely didn't say
Engineering Officer
McCoy.
Scott.
Just what was it you locked onto before you beamed him aboard?
Something mineral.
Mineral, he called it. Like living rock.
And that became Lincoln.
I couldn't tell. May have been another figure down there standing by.
Well, mighty scary to be dealing with such an unknown. Oh, what a cool shot.
Log, stardate 5906.4. Who or what has been beamed aboard our vessel? The Vulcans learned that centuries before we did.
The combination of a number of things to make existence worthwhile.
Yes. Philosophy of Nome. How did I know that? On the planet's surface, you will meet one of the greatest living Vulcans in all the long history of your planet.
Hmm?
Where the devil?
Oh no. An angry Scotty and McCoy.
And everywhere else.
Sorry to have been delayed, gentlemen.
Jim, I would be the last to advise you on your command image.
I got that, Bones.
Lincoln died 3 centuries ago on a planet hundreds of light years away.
More that direction, engineer.
Does it matter? I wish Scotty would dress like that all the time.
You might beam down into a sea of molten lava.
President Lincoln has always been a very personal hero to you. What better way to titillate your curiosity?
Oh, okay.
I shall beam down.
You're both out of your head.
Aye, sir. And you're on the edge of insubordination.
Something happening to him that I might not be able to patch back together again.
Concerns noted and appreciated. We will guide President Lincoln to the transporter room. We'll beam down immediately.
Okay. Well, I'm curious to see what's going to be down there.
Transporter room to bridge, standing by.
Seems to think that he thinks he's Abe Lincoln. Because, like, he knows things and he doesn't know how they know him. So, like, he's not in the
We'll
know
beam into a pool of lava.
of what's
And they're
happening.
dead men. I couldn't have pulled them back in time.
Oh, that's very scary.
All right, Mr. Scott, energize.
Their equipment didn't go with them. That's interesting. Something was blocking it. Well, they're not in lava, so that's good.
Our phasers and tricorders did not beam down with us.
Oh, the communication devices did, though. That's interesting.
Enterprise, come in.
They don't seem to work, though.
I am Abraham Lincoln.
Just as I am whom I appear to be.
Who do you appear to be?
Serac,
Oh, the Vulcan. Oh.
greatest of all who ever lived on our planet.
So whoever's doing this definitely knows Kirk and Spock's heroes.
Live long and prosper, Spock.
It is not logical that you are Serac. Live long and prosper. Image of Serac. Father of all we now hold true.
Are they really them displaced in time and space?
You'll have an answer soon, Captain.
What is this? Trying to tell me
The world
season
is
3 had no
always
budget.
down here. We shall communicate with your vessel so that your fellow life forms may also enjoy and profit
You took away their power.
from the play.
The play?
Some of these you may know through history. Genghis Khan, Colonel Green, who led a genocidal war early in the 21st century. Zora, who experimented with the body chemistry of subject tribes on Tiburon. Kalis, the unforgettable. The Klingon who set the pattern for his planet's tyrannies.
Oh, Canis.
Those are all figures out of history. Notoriously evil.
Two opposing philosophies you term good and evil.
Good versus evil.
If you and Spock survive, you return to your vessel. If you do not,
Then you die. If you die, you're dead.
your existence is ended.
He skimmed the worst ones in history to face them.
Spock and I refuse to participate.
You will decide otherwise.
But it's good versus evil. Come on now. Okay, it's an interesting concept.
I quite agree with your attitude toward this charade. It's ridiculous to think that we should take part in it.
I have no quarrel with you any more than you have with me.
Don't trust him.
Where do you come
So,
from?
are these supposed to be actually...
I can't remember.
Oh no. They're
Isn't
not.
that strange? My memory is to be quite remarkable.
Nope, you're a fabrication.
You were notorious, Colonel Green, for striking at your enemies in the midst of negotiating with them.
There's much I would change now if I could.
Captain,
Setting up an ambush.
how can we warn him?
Whoa! It's interesting. To represent evil in a life and death battle is pretty easy. You just try to kill the other side. But with good,
Is somewhat damaged.
it's a little bit more complicated, isn't it?
Delightful to discover at my age that I can still wrestle.
Mr. Spock?
By demonstrating whether good or evil is more powerful,
We're demonstrating what good is.
your species requires a cause to fight for. You may now communicate with your ship.
I feel like just
Kirk Enterprise.
fighting with our hands and fists and everything.
Come in.
The good side has a physical strength
Give me that again, man. I cannot hear you.
advantage with two Vulcans.
Howdy, beam us up fast.
Can it? But the matter and antimatter are in red zone proximity. The shielding is breaking down, and I estimate 4 hours before it goes completely.
Quite correct. Your ship will blow itself to bits within 4 hours, Captain. To save your ship and your crew, you have to win.
History repeats itself. Engineer Scott reporting. The Enterprise is doomed to explode in 2 hours if Captain Kirk is defeated by the enemy
Oh,
on the...
2 hours have passed already.
And we sit here watching, unable to assist.
Finish them. With what, these? It's not advantage enough. I want to make sure the odds are in our favor.
Find their weaknesses and attack.
You drink whiskey?
Occasionally, why?
Because you have qualities very much like those of another man I admired greatly, General Grant.
Thank you.
You had to let that sink in a little bit, huh?
We sent emissaries to our opponents to propose peace. Surely it is more logical to heal than kill.
I'm afraid that kind of logic doesn't apply here.
Quite the conundrum.
If I believed that there was a peaceful way out of this...
The risk will be mine alone. If I fail, you lose nothing. But perhaps it's our belief in peace that is actually being tested.
I guess the question is, how much do these rock aliens know about good and evil?
May you live long and prosper.
State your purpose.
I come in peace to propose peace.
I think you're trying to trick me, Vulcan. I think that while you're here talking peace, the others are preparing to attack.
That's what he did.
I fight for gain, Vulcan. What do I gain here?
Your life and the lives of the others.
What do you gain in killing them? The clothes off their back?
You said yourself, Colonel, that we have common cause to survive. Together we can, but not by warring.
Why don't we kill him? No.
What is your answer?
You're very persuasive, Vulcan. I'd like to come out of this with a whole skin.
Even if both sides agree to peace, isn't the Enterprise still in danger? If that thing is not happy with how things turned out?
Well, I hope he accomplishes something here, and soon.
Whoa! Oh no, I hope they didn't get him. Is it a trick?
Mr. Spock, your friend wants you. He seems to be hurt. Spock! Help me, Spock! Spock!
Something not right about this.
Can't let him suffer.
They're trying to goad us into attacking, Captain.
How can you ignore that?
A Vulcan would not cry out so.
Whether he's a Vulcan or not, he's in agony.
I am not insensitive to it, Captain.
Help me, Spock!
I like this little exchange.
But you can't just listen to it and do nothing.
Ah!
I can't.
Mm-mm.
That is what they're waiting for. They're waiting for us to attempt a rescue.
What I propose is that I circle around to their rear while you two provide a frontal assault.
What will you do?
Why, slip into their camp and free him.
No.
That sounds very dangerous.
Remember, I was something of a backwoodsman. I doubt that you could do what I was bred to. We fight on their level. With trickery, brutality, finality. We match their evil.
Mm-hmm. Then it's not good versus evil anymore.
How many did you see?
2.
Oh, be careful, Mr. Abe Lincoln. What if they accidentally hit somebody?
Zorak.
Oh.
A worthy effort, Zorak. Worthy. No need to blame yourself for its failure.
Is he even alive?
Help me, Spock. Help me, Spock.
Now can you cry like Lincoln?
Help me, Kirk. Help me, Kirk.
Mr. Lincoln.
James, stay back.
Is he injured? Oh no. Oh no. Now it's 2 against 4. I don't know how they're gonna get out of this. They gotta come up with some amazing plan that's gonna blow my mind, I hope. Less than 2 hours. We don't know how much time is left for the Enterprise. Ooh. Nice tackle.
You are the survivors. The others have run off. You have failed to demonstrate to me any other difference between your philosophies.
You established the methods and the goals.
For you to use as you chose.
What did you offer the others if they won?
Power.
You offered me the lives of my crew.
You have won their lives.
We came in peace.
And you may go in peace.
So that's it?
Kirk Enterprise, come in. You may beam us aboard.
His experiment was very faulty.
Mr. Scott, report.
The ship is functioning normally again, sir, and the restart cycle is in operation.
Good.
I feel like there's more.
It has stopped, sir, and is reversing itself. I have no explanation.
Thank you, Mr. Chekhov.
Has it been an hour already?
Any explanation?
Conjecture, Captain, rather than explanation. So they were able to create images of Surak and Lincoln after scanning our minds.
I feel I actually met Lincoln.
Yes. And Surak. In a sense, they were real, Captain. Since they were created out of our own thoughts, how could they be anything but what we expected them to be?
Exactly.
I feel I understand what Earth must have gone through to achieve final peace.
The planet has resumed its normal appearance.
There's still so much of their work to be done in the galaxy, Spock. Sulu, break us out of orbit and continue to our next assignment.
Okay. That was an episode of Star Trek. That episode, I am enjoying that it's at the very end. It gave me a lot of like questions and things to think about, things to ponder. I do like that, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make any sense of some of the questions that I have or that it was posing right now without watching it again. But first of all, Abe Lincoln in space. It's not what I was expecting. Very surprising. It was cool to learn about Surak, the father of all Vulcans, so to speak, their ideology and their way of life. I guess he was the one who kind of spearheaded that. It was nice to see like a physical embodiment of the Vulcan philosophy, their total peace and things like that. Though I'm not sure his plan was very logical. But I'm not sure what the logical, like, I guess I was kind of hoping for some kind of idea that Kirk had to come out on top of this without using violence, but still satisfying that alien's questions about good and evil and which one is stronger. And I definitely feel like there's a message here, a message about the necessity of violence, maybe. I could be wrong. I'm trying to figure out exactly what the writers were trying to tell me, because I feel like they're definitely trying to tell me something, and it might make sense if I was looking through it from the guise of the late 60s. The alien was saying that there was no discernible difference between good and evil. They used the same methods to achieve the same thing. which I don't know. I guess maybe he wasn't paying attention because at least we tried to reason with them, trying to call a truce, trying to resolve the conflict in a non-violent way. So I'm not sure if this episode is maybe a little bit messy the way it was written and like conveying what it was trying to convey, or if maybe I'm just unable to piece things together in a satisfying way for myself at this time. So maybe some of you guys in the comments will be able to fill in some of the holes for me, or some of the things that aren't really connecting. It really kind of irks me when I feel like I'm like so close to making it all make sense in a satisfying way, and I'm just not able to get there. There was one line that I can't really find anymore looking back, and so I'm probably going to misquote it, but there was a line that made me think that the writers were maybe saying that war is necessary. What was, like, you have to fight to overcome evil? I don't know, man. I couldn't find that line. Ugh. Well, anyways, this was a strange one. I'm not really sure. I can't really say if I liked it or didn't like it at this moment. I'm just trying to... I feel like I have to watch it again. I do apologize, guys. Hi, Editing Bunny here. I think something has just occurred to me. I feel like I've made sense of this. Let me know what you guys think. But these particular lines always stood out to me. The alien says, your good and your evil use the same methods, achieve the same results. Kirk says, you established the methods and the goals, and asks, what did you offer the others if they won? The alien says, what they wanted most, power. And Kirk says, you offered me the lives of my crew. So what I'm getting out of all of this is that the alien's experiment was flawed to begin with. That's why he can't get results, because it's not the methods or the results that matter, it's the intention and the goals. So when the alien establishes the method as violence and the goal as destruction of the other side, that does not coincide with what the good side would want. Kirk wanted the lives of his crew, the opposing side wanted power. There's his answer right there. That's the difference between good and evil. But I suppose he wants to know which one is stronger, right? I don't think it matters. There is not one that's definitively stronger than the other. Or is there? I guess that's a question for another time. Okay, continuing. I did like the recreation of these historical figures. I liked that we got to dress up in our dress uniforms, and Scotty got to put on his formal attire, which I love to see him in. The creature here was very interesting looking, and it's nice to see them create something that's not just a person with makeup, but to actually create. It kind of reminded me of the Horda or the Yeti thing from A Private Little War, and to see Kirk and Spock interacting with their heroes, Abe Lincoln and Surak, was really cool. Nice to see Scotty and McCoy getting all in a tussle over worrying about the captain's safety going down onto the planet. And I'm now wondering if there's going to be any action taken to try to prevent this from happening in the future, because it didn't sound like this was the first time that they've done this experiment with humans. That's about as good as I can give you guys right now. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please let me know in the comments what you think, what this episode's trying to say, how much you like it or don't like it, and, you know, the usual. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.